Hey everyone, it's Congressman Jamie Raskin coming to you, Maryland's beautiful 8th District and our friends beyond on this Friday, July 15th, for my favorite time of the week, Local Hero, and we get to salute and interact for a couple of minutes with the people that make the 8th Congressional District such an extraordinary place. And so today, our local hero, please meet Arvin Kim, who since his election in April, represents the 160,000 students of Montgomery County Public Schools on the Montgomery County Board of Education as the student member. So Arvin, first of all, welcome and congratulations on your election and on your new service as a member of the board.
Thank you so much, Congressman. I'm happy to be here.
We are recognizing you for everything that you've done up until now, because you've been very involved in the Montgomery County Student Government Association as the vice president, as the treasurer, as the chief of staff. You've been the vice president of the Asian American Progressive Student Union. You've been a founding member of MoCo Pride Youth. You've been a member of the Maryland Association of Student Councils. You've learned a lot about testifying, about lobbying, about listening to constituents, and you won election on a very impressive platform to promote the mental health of students in MCPS, school safety, and student support generally, academically, emotionally, psychologically, and so on. I wonder if you would say a word about that, about this kind of laser-like focus you've brought to questions of mental health and academic support. Why is that so important for young people to get that?
Absolutely. Mental health as a question has been facing students across the nation for a long time, but over the past 2 years, I think there's been a sharp increase in needs for greater mental health support for students across the board. When we talk about student mental health, we are of course talking about their ability to perform in the classroom, to be able to engage in their education, of course, your well-being affecting all of those things. But beyond that, mental health is as important as a student's physical health, as anyone's physical health. It's a key component to overall wellness in life. And at the core of it, we're really talking not only about quality of life, but protecting the lives of students as well.
That's great. Well, I know that you're going to bring a lot of experience and a lot of intense focus to issues of the well-being of students, physical, mental, emotional, psychological. So that's very meaningful that you're going to do that. Tell me of the different causes that you've advanced in the past. What have been the most significant achievements you think you've been able to do on behalf of Asian American kids, on behalf of kids in the LGBTQ community? What are you proud of?
The favorite kind of initiatives I've been able to be a part of, it just revolve around increasing representation in the classroom for all students. It's an area that, again, nationwide, is a point that needs improvement in our school system. But over the past few years, I've been able to take part in some really amazing initiatives here in Montgomery County. Montgomery County a few years ago implemented the nation's first LGBTQ+ studies course curriculum. So that's available to some students right now to take for a semester and kind of see themselves being represented in the classroom. To have that representation, I think is a huge win for students across the board to be able to have such a diverse and inclusive array of courses and curricula in the school building.
The position of the student member of MCPS, which a number of counties do across the country and in Maryland, that position is reserved for either a rising senior or a rising junior. You are a rising senior at Walt Whitman High School, and I know how proud everyone at Whitman is of you and your service. But how do you make sure that you're not just listening to the kids you go to school with, but you're listening to students from all over the county? Because we're talking about more than 1 million people, 160,000 students. I mean, that's a pretty huge constituency you've got.
Yeah, and I think that's really at the core of the work of the student member of the board. Of course, not only is Montgomery County Public School such a large system, but it is a greatly diverse one as well. I consider it my responsibility, the responsibility of the student member of the board, to gauge all these perspectives, to work with students from across the county, all backgrounds, all schools, and create a platform and push policy that really supports students across the county, across the board, to make sure everyone's being heard by the board and being represented in the classroom in terms of their needs being met.
All right. Well, look, we have every confidence in you, Arvin, and we thank you for everything you've done for your fellow students and for our schools, and everything that you're going to do as the new student member of the Montgomery County Board of Education. Congratulations to you. You're our local hero this week, and thank you for your service.
Thank you so much, Congressman.